It's the Last Stand Podcast. And here's your host, Brian Custer.
That's right. It is the Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names in sports and entertainment. I am Brian Custer, and I tell you what, we got two of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. Both of them world champions. One, the WBC middleweight champion. The other one, the WBC super welterweight champion of the world. In fact, they're the only twins to become world champions in the same division. They are Jermell and Jermall Charlo. Charlo brothers, welcome to the Last Stand. How are you?
It was good. It was good. Thanks for having us.
Hey, man, it's great. Maul, let me start with you, man. How are you guys doing considering coronavirus raging in Texas this summer, especially that Houston area? I'm going to trust that no one in the family has come down with the virus.
No one in my family, but, I'm praying for everyone who's affected by it. It is what it is, and, everyone in Texas have to stay strong. That's what it is,
Mel, what about you?
Yeah, same as me. No one in my family has encountered that issue, and we're thankful.
Yeah. How difficult, Maul, is it to train there in Houston, be safe, get good sparring, bring guys in, and to make sure everybody's safe while you're preparing for a fight?
I mean, when you're professional at this level, everyone has to get tested. It's not so hard to train because I train here at home at the Lions Only Estates. So we're doing great. We're doing great with everything else. So other than having to wear masks and make sure everyone who enters the facility wears a mask, things like that of that nature.
What about you, Jermell?
Well, same as me. I own my gym, so I own Charlo Boxing and Fitness Club. And when I train around no one. We have cleaners that do come in, and we have sanitizers. We have just about any and everything, and no one trains around me or with me. So, and then as well, I do have a gym at home here at home. So, training has been fine. I feel like I'm ready to go.
Maul, how do you think the pandemic will affect the sport of boxing now that it's back? Do you think you'll see guys rusty? Do you think you'll see guys more hungry because they haven't had a payday in a while? How do you think it will affect the sport of boxing?
I mean, we hungry, we would have been in the ring maybe 6 months ago. But I don't really think it'll affect the performance of the fighters. It'll affect the viewers and people who miss boxing. I think it'll be a better outcome.
What do you think, Mel?
I think, it definitely is up to the fighter. As you can see with me and my brother, we both stay in shape and we stay on weight. I'm roughly, I don't know how it happened, but like 8 pounds, 10 pounds over, which I'm feeling real good. I feel real good. Like I can't believe how well I feel within, what's that again?
You're not eating out so much.
Yeah, I not really eat out anyways because my fiance always cook, but
right.
And she's from Hawaii and they cook some good food, so it's like eating at home is better than eating out anyways. But it's up to the fighter. The fighter has to be in shape. He has to do what he got to do. Most fighters, they have it in them, and if it's in their heart to go hard, they're gonna go hard.
Yeah.
And that's just plain and simple.
Hey, Jermall, so it's one thing when a fighter becomes a champion. It's another thing when they get to headline a main event as a champion. But then it's on another level when you're pay-per-view. And we've seen how some fighters get to pay-per-view and it affects their performance. Now you and your brother, come September, are on this Showtime pay-per-view where you're both headlining. You're getting 6 fights. One's going to headline the first 3 fights that come earlier in the day. Then the other one's going to headline the evening. What do you think being on pay-per-view, Maul, is going to do for your career?
I mean, it gives, the boxing world another chance to see me and my twin brother at the top level and, on a top showcase. Like, we're going to get a chance to showcase our talent. We've been on mainstream cards before, so I don't think this is going to affect, our performance or, like you said, some of these fighters never, ever been on, a mainstream until they got in the ring with like someone like me who put them on pay-per-view. I mean, it was long overdue. And me and my twin brother ready to put it down for the whole day of boxing on the 26th.
Mel, what do you think? What do you think this is going to do, man? When you, especially, you've got a unification fight here, Mel. What is this you think is going to do for your career?
Well, I mean, it's going to bring out a different audience. Definitely is going to make viewers, realize me and my brother deserve to be here more than just like we got selected. And, me fighting for, basically all of the belts in the division. And it's pay-per-view it's not about that to me because I deserve, like I said, we've been here. To me, I feel like it's something that's already should have been in play. Even if we was undercards on pay-per-view, I do feel like we kind of didn't get a lot of main events under our book and out the way, but we showcased a few main events throughout our career and the stretches and the popularity being a twin, and we both can fight and we both dog animals. I believe that it takes. I believe time is now. Throughout this crisis and what's going on, and the world of boxing knows what to do when it comes to putting on a fight, and this is time for us. Take the belts, take control, and win a sport over.
Maul, one of your social media handles is the future of boxing. Do you see this Showtime pay-per-view as kind of like you're coming out for you and Jermell, your coming out party, so to speak?
At future of boxing, it really means that every time you hear about boxing, the future is here, and I'm gonna continue to bring futuristic fights to you. And I want you to think about my future too at the same time. It's not a coming out party for me and my brother. Me and my brother vets in the sport, undefeated. My brother's still undefeated in my eyes, so we still the undefeated Charlo twins. I just feel like this fight right here give fans a chance to see, us both up against some great opponents, working hard through this pandemic. I mean, we fighting through it just like everyone else in the world. So y'all get a chance to really see us really dig deep and give the fans a lot of entertainment.
Give me your thoughts on that, Mel, because I saw a lot written. They said this is the Charlos coming out party. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, they said that on other networks as well. So I believe, like I said, I'd have had some shows. I didn't put up some great numbers and some great views. And Showtime wants this to be it. And they want to put something behind it. They see what they see, and I'm willing to just step in the ring, do whatever I can. I care less about
the come out party. I'm down.
I care less about the ring. I care less about all of the other stuff. I care about getting those belts at the end of the night, and that's all that matters to me. Maul care about it, like you said. Maul care about it.
I like the fact that they think this is a come out party for us because now we get a chance to really shine, I guess, in their eyes. But like we said,
I've been out. I'm out.
We've been out. We've been
coming out. I'm out. I've been here. I'm the champ of the world. Been the champ 2 times.
Been the champ.
I ain't coming out. I got 2.3 million views on my last fight and about 2 million views before that. I'm out here.
Let me ask you this. What do you say to the critics who wrote, Charlos aren't pay-per-view fighters yet? Give me your thoughts on that, Mel.
Well, I mean, if they feel like that's what they feel, then that's what they feel. I mean, I have fought my whole career on free TV, paid for subscription TV, no TV, and I've been boxing. Me and my brother been on pros for 13 years now, so it's like, what you want us to do? Like, I mean, it's time. And we've been showing out and showing up and eliminating these opponents, and now it's time to put, no audience. So, and y'all want to see me fight during this situation, it's time to pay for it. I'm valued at this.
What do you think, Maul?
I'm ready to have fun. This not the end of my career. This ain't the beginning of my career. I'm well established, like my brother said. We've been fighting for a while, so I feel like if they don't think we pay-per-view fighters, we are now. We'll be on September 26th. How about that?
Maul, let me take this a step further. Since you've moved up to middleweight, I know yourself, you've been asking for it. Boxing fans have been craving to see you in a big fight at 160. Do you believe Sergey Derevyanchenko fills that void?
Sergey he's been in there with, Golovkin and Jacobs, so he might feel that You know, I might not be that type of fighter or that caliber of fighter, but September 26th, you guys get a chance to see me have fun. I'm gonna rock the stage. You know, it's my time. It's my time to shine. I'm ready. I've been ready for this for a while. But look, I might be able to get the eyes of those, you know, big names, so call it.
When you talk about the Jacobs fight, you talk about the Triple G fight. Neither one of those guys could stop him. Do you feel like if Jermall Charlo stops him, that automatically sends the message to, let's say, an Andre, to a Canelo, oh, you got to fight me now?
Well, me taking on the fight, it already sent the message. You know, it's how I'm gonna stop him. You know, and that's gonna make the difference. It's how I perform. And you know, like you said, like we've been in here with some top names, and you know, guys been in there with some top names too. So this is one of the fights that fans can't say nothing about the opponent. It's how you make the fight. It's how you make the adjustments in the game plan, how it plays out.
Jermell, man, you talk about 154. If you beat Rosario, you will have 3 of the 4 belts. So if that's the case, when you're victorious, is there anyone left at 154 on the Jermell Charlo hit list?
Well, if it aligns the right way, I think everybody's on the Jermell Charlo hit list, and they know who the man in the weight division is. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean, become the linear champion like Tyson Fury? Like I said, since day one of this weight division, my brother, before he left, I was already fighting the top 10 guys, and I've been fighting the top 10 guys. So, you know, Hurd is still available. If he still wants to fight at this weight, I don't believe so. Errol Lara, if he's still available. If I got anybody that want Jermell Charlo, like I'm a different fighter. Nobody is on my level, and nobody could I really think could stand in front of me at 154. Because I could be a 60-pounder. If I really wanted to and I didn't have the discipline, I could be a 60-pounder.
Julian Williams says he's got next between the winner between you and Rosario. What are your thoughts on that?
I choose who got next, especially being that I'm about to be the next pay-per-view star, right? I'm going to be the one that choose who next because I also know how to do business and make the best fights for myself as well. And I have also been the guy that selected any tough fight that has ever presented itself to me. I fought undefeated fighters, and I fought fights with like less than 3 losses, like most of my whole career.
What should we expect when you get in the ring with Rosario? Big puncher. We saw what he did to J-Rock. What should we expect when you two collide on Showtime pay-per-view?
I think if he wants to bang in there, we could bang in there. If he wants to go into like a little deep schooling, we can go into some Charlo schooling. We could take him wherever he want to go, and I'm willing to put it all on the line just like he is. And I'm pretty sure he's tough. I'm pretty sure he's, you know, from a rough upbringing probably, you know, but just the knowledge that I have in the game and been around it so long, and the rough early fights with my brother growing up and all of these things, that's going to set me above anything he could possibly compare himself to me as.
So, guys, you're both headlining on the same day on this pay-per-view. I remember the last time you both headlined, you had the coin flip and things of that nature. And I remember that was the night, Mel, when you took that first loss. And Maul, you said it kind of affected your performance going in there because you had to actually watch your brother and see what happened afterwards. And, you were a little off when you fought. Any trepidation for both of y'all now? Y'all got to do it again in case, whoever goes first, there may be some anxiety. I hope my brother doesn't lose. Any trepidation doing this all over again?
Well, I mean, like we've been fighting on the same undercards for years. And my brother, we like I said, we're not emotional people whatsoever. We're passionate people. And for my brother to feel any type of way when he see me take my first loss, it stirred that up in him. And there's no difference. There's no difference between, the same emotions my brother has, but we know to keep our heads high and stand and fight for whatever. It doesn't matter. We lost in the amateurs before. we went home and had talk. We know what it feels like. I lost in the pros as a man now, and so it's like I know what I'm fighting for is a much bigger scale.
Maul, any trepidation about doing it all over again?
Let's do it all over again. Like, you know, I wish I could relive the moment when I fought Matt Corb. You know, so much was going on, but a lot of fans, they don't know how much I've grown and I've learned from that fight. I get a chance to show them September 26th, pay-per-view on Showtime. They're going to tune in and lock in and see what we do. My brother's humbly speaking, and I'm telling you guys, we're going to come out and have fun.
Mel, you talked about suffering your first loss. Biggest lesson you learned when you had to suffer that first defeat? What's the biggest lesson you learned and took from that?
I personally believe my biggest lesson was, you know, in my surroundings and, you know, the people that's for you, that say they for you and how much they are for you. If they not for you, you got to keep moving. You know, like I said, I'm a passionate person.
Bro, you there?
I speak that passion very seriously because I take I don't know, my brother interrupts me all the time. Yeah. But look, mute your phone if you're going to talk. Look, because I'm talking about how I feel, because, you know, taking that loss, it was just like, I ain't lose the fight, but God does everything for a reason. And he set me in a position and then I lost and I won. It's like, you know, I lost in my mind. I lost to these people. I lost to these judges. I have to come back and rejudge the fight. I never once believed that loss was real. I believe it was a learning lesson, and that's what I learned. I learned so many different things. Don't take nothing for granted while I'm in the ring. Everything matters. Every movement matters. Everything he does matter. And if I visually believe that I'm going to stop someone in the later rounds, I'm going to do that. If I feel like I want to get him out of there and splash him, and I did, I got him out of there. I got Cota out of there early, and I got Harrison out of there late. And I mean, so at the end of the day, I'm punching strong and hard through the whole 12 rounds.
Let me ask you guys some tough questions here. So I've heard fighters say this, and I've heard other guys whisper this. And so I'll just ask you both here. And I'm going to quote them. They always say, as energetic, as explosive, as strong as the Charlos are, those guys have to be either A, on performance-enhancing drugs or drugs, period. I know you both have heard that before, so I want to give you both the opportunity to respond to it. Maul, you first.
God is my drug, you know. I just let them talk. I just let them believe whatever they want to believe. I passed every test. I've never failed a drug test. I never failed no type of test. You know, like I mean, they do random. We following all the protocol. Look, we strong. We natural. They can't stop that, and they hate that. As energetic as we are, that's because we give each other energy. You know, that's why you seen me, you know, break down before my brother fought. That was the energy that I'm gonna always have. You know, we fight for our family. We fight for our pride. Man, let them talk. Just let them talk, and let them keep getting hit in their face. They'll figure it out.
Mel?
Yeah, unfortunately, bro, that's just critics. You know, we got to deal with that. I would never in my life cheat in a sport because cheaters don't never win. I wouldn't even feel prideful as a man to just walk around saying I got all the belts, and we cheat, you know, or I'm knocking these boys' face, putting their face in the mat, and they over here talking about we cheating. Come on, man, they always going, yeah. Because I mean, I guess, you know, when you got a guy that believe in himself that much and believe and have the confidence that me and my brother have, and then we walk the talk and walk and, you know, talk the talk and walk the walk, you know, what else can we say? You know, I can't really. I mean, cheating is unfair to anyone, and I don't. You know, I'm saying it right on air. Anybody that cheats especially in this sport, actually needs to be indicted and as well kicked out of boxing for the rest of their life. This is not fair because I'm putting my life on the line. I don't want you to go in there and cheat. You know, I don't want, you know, I want the same. So, but you never know in this game. These people want to do whatever they want to do. But me and my brother, we have never ever did any drugs and cheating did any of these stupid things that people, you know, want to consider.
And it's gotta irk you to hear that, especially when you hear other fighters with the murmurs like that. And Mel, I know you had those T-shirts. What does it say? Keep running your mouth. So Did it irk you when you guys kept hearing those whispers?
Well, Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth came whenever they just kept saying it was going to be me. These guys kept on saying that. But, I mean, they all want to run their mouth, and they all like, my brother got called a turkey before Thanksgiving. That was kind of funny and cool until he got knocked out. The other guy and all these people talk that yap like they really about their life and all of this, but then they see us in our face and want to smile and shake our hand, but then, nah, this is real. Me and my brother feed our families this way. Period. Mm-hmm. We ain't taking that lightly.
What'd you say, Paul?
I give them a secret. Invest in yourself. Do
exactly.
It right.
That's how we rock.
Do it at the top level, and that's why they think we on steroids or any of the bullshit. Cause we for real. You know what I'm saying? We invest in ourselves. We got the best trainers. We doing things that our body want to do. And everybody else is struggling to make weight. They're struggling to be as strong as us. And then the one thing they can't train is their chin. And we're going to hit them right on that chin.
Maul, let me ask you this. It doesn't seem like there's any middle ground when it comes to the Charlo twins. Because when it comes to boxers or boxer fans, either they love you guys or they hate you. It's like I've never run into anybody that's like, oh, yeah, the Charlos, they all right. It's either I love them or I hate them. Why is that?
We love all the boxing fans. If you watch boxing, the Charlo group. The Charlo twins. That's what we do. But to be honest with you, I don't really think there's no boxer we like. Boxers, they're cool. But it's we just competitive. It's nothing against the person boxer, but hey. We want to be great, man. This is what it comes with. Territory. That's why I said don't eat in the back.
Mm-hmm. Mel, let me ask you the same question. Why is there no middle ground when it comes to the Charlo brothers?
Well, I want to personally say that it took, a lot of people that didn't really see us outside of boxing, and they only make these judgments when it came out of the time we fight. I'm not happy around the time I fight. I'm not happy when I'm training. My mind is focused. I'm intense. That's just who I am. I'm able to now, have a little bit more time and give a little people more insight on me, Jermell Charlo, at, ringside with the Lions and stuff. And I got my own channel. You can follow me. I normally upload often just to keep people updated with me. So they don't have that visual, that view that these people are actually not taking care of their families, or they just some crazy young guys running around, gonna get in trouble, go broke, and spend all their money, and they don't got family. They don't know nothing about our lifestyles. So I created this channel for myself to give more view on me. But so ringside with the Lions, everybody keep game on that. But as well, they not actually realizing that during that fight time, yeah, it's real life.
You guys have also had some high profile beefs. You had one with Tank. You had one with Adrian Broner over social media. And I remember we were in Brooklyn that one, and that one kind of got tense as well. Why is that? Tell me, why is that, Mel? Let's start with you.
Well, these guys are like a lot of internet guys, and they popular. One of them is short and light skinned. The other one is arrogant and crazy and cocky, and he that guy. I'm no doubting them. They doing what they doing in their world. But one of them decided to say that I was, like you said, on drugs, and if you're going to tell the internet and say we on drugs to the internet, you might as well tell it to my face, and you say what you say, you're going to spread, you're a popular guy, you want to spread a rumor and a lie about me. I'm only thing I know is to bite like a pit bull and physical, and you're a boxer, I'm a boxer, bro. Let's just, I don't know, you small, but you picking on the wrong guy. And then my brother came at them guys and and they came at me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't care about that. It's old now. We done shook each other's hands and met out there, and we got past that. And then we all say what's up to each other now. But hey, I'm at 154. If they close to me, put them in there.
Maul, you guys go over that stuff now?
I mean, yeah, those guys, they do their thing. We, like my brother said, we all met up. We all talk, Sometimes they come with a little hate. We can't do nothing about it. They don't like the fact that, everyone has to shine in this sport. Like, you get your shine on, we're gonna do our thing too. But keep it at that. Don't cross that line. My dad taught us boundaries from an early age, and we stick with it. We expect everyone else to have the same boundaries.
I love that you guys came up with the Lions only, and everything lion. Talk to me about when did you guys come up with that? How did you come up with saying this is the way we're going to promote our career, Maul?
I was watching my brother fight, and it was just like, when he first turned pro, it took me a while to get on, but he had that line mentality. We had that line mentality. We was watching like some graphic channels, and you see the lion just taking advantage of the elephant. He's just so big. He just so, the elephant didn't do nothing wrong. He just walked on the wrong path, and we got to survive. We got to really make it to the lion, grab the elephant by the trunk, smother them, put them down, and they feast. That was what I wanted to do with my family. That's what we're doing.
And Mel, so for someone says, hey, explain Lions only to me, how would you explain it?
I mean, it's a definitely a pack of lions, and it's a lot of male lions around. It's a lot of female lions around, and we all sit and hibernate just like we have been doing during this pandemic. And we're sitting, we're chilling, and we're waiting. Now, sometimes that male lion does got to go down and take down that big prey so the family can harvest. And that's kind of my mojo when it comes out of this. And I'm ready to get up and get off this couch and go run and do whatever I can. TV shut off. We just focus. Just 8 weeks. This is all I know. I really don't even know much more than saying life is not right if I'm not in training camp. And so as this time go by and I'm just waiting and waiting, I had no other choice but to just get up, go, just take off, just go. And I like to cycle. I like to run. I like to do everything. And a lion, they normally just harvest any weather. They'll sit out there and get wet. Ain't nothing. It's a fearless animal. And that's just me and my brother, period. We're fearless boxers.
So Mel, you and Jermall have always trained together for years. Your career obviously came up together. You've been under the tutelage of the great Ronnie Shields, one of the greatest trainers in boxing. But then a few years ago, Mel, you make the decision that you want to switch trainers. And you go to Derek James and say, I'm going to train with Errol Spence Jr. in Dallas. Tell me why.
Well, I went to Errol's trainer when we sat down at the Pacquiao fight because me and my brother sat next to Derek, and I glanced over like, oh, he's kind of swaggy. He had a little swag, and then boom, everything went sour with Ronnie Shields because Ronnie Shields told me I needed to get that. I opened my own gym, and that he wanted me to be more focused on, on just training and other than trying to own a gym and a business and all this other stuff. At that time, I did it pretty early. Actually, I was 25 years old, maybe 24 to 25 years old when I did it. And my brother was getting ready for a fight. Colonel Burnage, he told me, hey, Mel, come back. I went back to Ronnie Shields, but it didn't work out well because, Ronnie wanted to reconsider financials and stuff like that. So I just wasn't a part of that because I'm a businessman myself. And it, nothing bad about Ronnie, everything went the way it's going and it is what it is. And I like the way it is, I like to, because I'm honestly not the kind of guy to just listen to what anybody say and all of these I like to dig in and have my own research and stuff like that. I wanted my own contacts with Al Heyman and all of these things. I wanted to operate on my own. And at which, I got to say this, so I'm on air, whatever, we got this interview going. I was once, with Shelly Finkel. Ronnie brought me to Shelly Finkel, and this was a pretty cool time around Willie Savannah, RIP to him. Ronnie Shields and Willie Savannah had back and forth things, and I stuck with Ronnie Shields instead of going with the Willie Savannah crew. It was all about decision-making, right decision-making. Ronnie Shields, Savannah wanted Ronnie to train Juan Diaz, but Ronnie said, hey, I got to go with the best one, and that was Evander Holyfield. And so I sat on the side of the ring, just hung out and trained out with Evander Holyfield and Ronnie Shields, and 2 days later, Shelly Finkel walks in the gym, and Shelly walks in with a contract. I signed right away, and Shelly took me straight to Golden Boy Promotion. I signed that deal for 5 to 6 years, wanted my brother to be on that card and be on with them. That didn't turn out to be his plan. And I made a decision to follow my twin brother and he and go his direction. That's this whole little thing, and before Lions Only, it was Double Trouble. And my brother, and it was 2 lion heads connected together, but it was Double Trouble. My brother ended up getting it tatted on his arms, and this forever sticks with me because honestly, we double trouble in the sport. And now look at all the havoc we're causing. We're pay-per-view coming, and we're champions now. And we're 30 years old. We all got, and we both got families. We're having fun. We're having fun with the sport. We're enjoying ourselves. But then back to the Ronnie thing, it just didn't work out. And then I move on to Derek James. I got that clear. You know, me and him got good understanding. Now, look, we didn't have some hiccups. It ain't been perfect. Me and Derek didn't have arguments in the gym. I got to just get people to understand me a little bit. I'm a likable guy once you know me, but once you don't know me and you're in my way, you might get ran over just as well as everyone else.
Maul, yeah, no, absolutely. Maul, do you think you two have become better fighters now that you're apart?
Shout out to Ronnie Shields, official Ronnie Shields on Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. Amazing guy, amazing teacher, amazing person. I couldn't ask for a better trainer.
But he did tell your twin brother, that same coach told your twin brother that I would never get stronger as well. He told me that.
You brought me to Ronnie, though. You brought me to Ronnie.
I did. That's why I said
I wasn't training with no one. I watched you grow with Ronnie.
You said all of these things like I down him. I didn't down your coach.
I never said you did.
I didn't down your coach,
I never
though. Just make sure that you understand it.
You did. I like Coach Jared. Coach Jared called me the other day. I was just checking up on you. But look, man, chill out. Look.
That's what Ronnie said. I'm on my bad. No, I'm not going to speak too many facts. Look, it's going to upset my brother.
No, it's not. It's not that you're speaking facts. It's that don't forget.
I'm not lying.
No, you're not. When you left Ronnie Shields, you were undefeated, right? You was becoming even more of a man.
I'm still undefeated. I'm still undefeated, like you said earlier.
I just said that. So
okay, make sure you understand what you're saying.
Is, shout out to Ronnie Shields, man. Great person.
Ask him, he'll tell you. I got to record it. I have it on record every conversation.
That's fine. Look, I think he's very misunderstood. You know, but then when you look at the great things that he has done for the sport, Ronnie has produced
for himself, not the sport.
All right. But in the sport of boxing, Ronnie Shields has produced great amount of champions. And we've all said the same thing. He's a great dude. He's about his business. He's strict. Being my brother, I even know at that time that you wasn't down with listening at the moment, and that's
no. What happened was I asked Ronnie to train me at my gym like he went to train Laura in Vegas, and Ronnie said, "No, I won't be leaving Plex to go train you at your own gym." And I said, "What? Right. Why would you leave it?" Bro, oh my bad. Don't give him too many facts, champ.
It's time. Yeah. It's timing. It was just
don't tell me. Oh, you was undefeated. I'm still undefeated.
Bro, I know that. You still undefeated. I already told you that.
Yeah, I got a little hiccup on my record. I got a one.
Don't worry about that hiccup.
That one, I'm prideful. I love my one. My one separate me from you.
Ron, that's fine, bro. That's fine. That's why you about to be the undisputed world champion. And junior middleweight. Like
and you are too.
Bro, and I can't wait. But when we both make it, when we both get there, bro, we'll celebrate it later. Until then, we working. I feel like Ronnie Shields brought us both, brought the light to both of us. You know, you just as good as your trainer.
How are you guys? How are you guys different? How are you guys different as a fighter? Now that
I got a loss.
Now that
a loss that they took from me.
Only thing different. We still Lions. We still about that. We still gonna headbutt each other here and there. But yeah, like we different. We both want the same thing. We want to be the great. We want to be one of the greatest things that ever touched the ring. So look, we that right now.
Yeah.
Get a chance to tune in September 26th.
What has training with Errol Spence, how has that changed you as a fighter?
After training with Errol Spence, I went over to Derek and I started training with hard-hitting young Errol Spence. How you 147? That boy trains different. Wait, how y'all training, bro? Put me in on game. A learner, a listener. Since they say I don't listen, I went over there and I did what I did at my best of my best. And now I'm with Derek James still, training with Errol Spence. We like brothers. We have a good relationship. Like me and my brother Jermall have a relationship. Me and Errol have one of those too. So it's just, Errol's training with the southpaw. And then, these other young fighters that everybody have. I mean, I had great work at home. I did the best thing ever in my life and I got up out of there, bro. And that's the best thing that I can ever do. And I love the fact that I can train with anybody. I could take knowledge from anybody in the game. And because of that, it made me out to be a better fighter than that I am now.
We had Errol Spence. We had Bud Crawford, both on the podcast. They both said they will fight each other in 2021. Maul, let me start with you. What do you think happens in that fight when Errol Spence and Bud Crawford gets it?
Ask Mel.
Mel?
Jermell knows Errol more than me. I'm believing Errol gonna be he's gonna be undisputed sooner or later. We all three gonna be undisputed right here in Texas. Ask Mel what he'll do. I don't know the critics.
Mel, what do you think? He's coming back from that car. He said he's fiending to show people that he is still the same guy. What do you think happens in that fight?
Well, nothing happened to him in a car accident. He's a, and I'm not just saying nothing happened, like statistically, facts are the facts. He came on untouched. And, I mean, some damages, some bruises and scrapes. And, I mean, we all have those things. We all grew up and did that before. But Errol Spence is a dominant fighter. He's strong. He in the pocket the way he wants. He can move. He got feet. And if I came from running shields with the movement, guess what I did? I brought that on over here to Derrick James too, baby. We know, hey, you've been in that hot gym with me, Brian. You've seen me face-to-face spar Errol before. And you know that we get in there, we bang it out no matter what it is. That dude is in shape. He's tough. Now Crawford has a great team. He got a lot of people. He got some studs he trained with. But just the size advantage, I don't see Crawford in their length for 12 rounds with Errol. And that's just how I feel. And I don't care what they think or nobody else feel about it. Yeah, that's what we do. That's how we do it. And we're here for the knockout.
Maul, I ask every fighter who comes on this show this question. Who's the one fighter Jermall Charlo says, whenever he's in the ring, I got to turn it on because this guy is must-see TV? Who's that fighter for you, Jermall?
Deontay Wilder. I love to just like watch his fights. Like I don't think I've missed one of his fights since we fought on the same card. Like back in the days, like I'd never missed none of his fights. Funny dude. I just like the dude, man. As a everything he's been through, everything he's going through, like watch when he bounced like back from this little bullshit loss he took. Cause like I just can't wait. Like that's one of the fighters I like.
Okay, Jermell, same question to you. Who is that guy? Who is in the boxing world? You say he is must-see TV.
I would definitely say Lomachenko. Anytime he's on TV, anytime I can watch him fight over and over and over. Dude got different things. He's unique. He will pull tricks out of the hat in the ring, and that's one of my favorite fighters.
Okay, everyone who comes on this show, we always allow our viewers who watch and listen to the show to submit some questions. We got a number of them for you guys on Facebook and on Twitter. So let me start. Mel, this one came in for you. It says, will there be a trilogy with Tony Harrison?
No, I knocked Tony Harrison out. I beat him the first fight personally, and then I came back and redeemed myself with a knockout. I solidified the win. Done deal.
Jermall, this one, Belinda asks on Facebook, you two are always together, but will you guys ever fight each other? Let's say if it was for a world title or for the undisputed world title, could you see yourself fighting your brother?
We're not gonna fight each other. We would couldn't prepare for each other. It wouldn't be special. Not for me.
Yeah, never in my life will I ever want to get in the ring and say, this is the guy that I want to dominate and knock out and beat up. That's my twin brother. We grew up together. Yeah, no, that never can happen. The boxing world can cut that short.
Yeah. All right. This one came for you guys on Twitter. It says, ask the Charlos, pound for pound, in their opinion, who's the best fighter in the world? Maul, I'll start with you.
Pound for pound, who's the best fighter in the world? You're looking at him right here. Jermall Charlo, the hitman, 30-0, 22 knockouts. We're going for it, baby. Let's go.
I love it. Jermell, pound for pound, best fighter in the world right now.
You just look at statistics and facts, and Manny Pacquiao right now, the way he came back and dominated Keith Thurman, the young youth Keith Thurman, we got to get a hold here his credit and when it's due. Definitely, I consider myself before anybody. Don't think that's not what first thing I wanted to say, but I just wanted to give somebody else a chance to say that, hey, Charlo, see you. That's it.
All right. Guys, it is time for the last segment of this show. We call it The Last Stand. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. You give me the first thing that comes to your mind. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, here we go, Maul. Which is more lethal, the Jermall Charlo uppercut or the Jermall Charlo jab?
Jermall Charlo jab.
Really? The jab, huh?
It's lethal.
Wow. Jermell.
Yep.
Who is the better fighter, Jermell or Jermall Charlo?
Jermell Charlo, of course. Me. Nothing better than me when it comes down to the Charlo net. Like
Jermall, who is the bigger puncher? Jermall or Jermell Charlo?
Jermall Charlo. I mean, everybody else in the world know I'm the stronger brother.
Well, you bigger.
I'm stronger too, and I'm stronger. And I can do everything you can do times 10, bro. I'm strong.
Yeah, okay. It's not about me. It's about you. You stronger.
I'm bigger than you, bro. I'm the bigger brother, bro.
And you got more knockouts.
And I got more knockouts.
Our positions are different,
right?
But
okay, let me ask you. Here's the most important question.
Your leg's stronger than mine.
Here's the most important question, though. You guys are both fashionistas, without question. We know that. So here we go. Mel, which Charlo has more drip? Is it Jermall or Jermell Charlo?
Of course, we got to compare our Instagrams and all these things. I'm fly. I've been fly for years. Okay.
Be honest, bro. I taught you how to dress, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now
be real, bro. Be real. Man, I wasn't.
Well, you actually started getting money before me. In the high school and stuff. I was in alternative schools. I wore uniforms. You bought me clothes, of course.
Oh, you turned pro.
You was in regular clothes. You was already in regular clothes.
No money in high school. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my. Oh wow. You
was
hustling at a young age, man. You was hustling at a young age. You bought me shoes, right?
I did. But
okay, then I'm done talking about it, guys.
So that means I've always been in the.
But right now, we both got bread. So
drop a picture today. Drop a picture today with some fresh shit on. Be fresh. Get fresh.
Okay.
Together.
And we go wrap it up with this, Maul. Are the Charlos cocky or just confident?
We confident.
I'm passionate.
I love it.
I'm passionate.
I love it.
Hey, bro, I love you, bro. Get off that shit, bro.
Folks, there you have it. We bring you the biggest names in sports, and I tell you, in the sport of boxing, you got two of the biggest in Jermell and Jermall Charlo. Absolutely. They say lions only. And right now, they're certainly the king of the jungle when you talk about their weight divisions. Fellas, I truly enjoyed this. Appreciate it. Best of luck in that fight. It's been a long time coming. I know you guys are going to perform well and continue success to you. And folks, thanks for listening and watching The Last Stand. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, man.